Look at this familiar routine. Spend your entire Sunday chopping, cooking, and stacking identical plastic containers in the fridge. The promise is simple. Hit your macronutrient targets perfectly every day. Eat clean, and you'll run like a highly optimized machine all week long. But by Thursday afternoon, the reality hits. You're staring blankly at your screen, fighting intense brain fog, and feeling a heavy lethargy despite doing everything right. Standard nutritional models focus entirely on chemistry, yet they fail to account for how the bioavailability of energy degrades over time. Look at this diagram. Western dietetics views food through a lens of static chemistry. If a piece of salmon has 30 grams of protein when you cook it on Sunday, it still has 30 grams of protein on Thursday. But human biology doesn't run exclusively on static chemical values. It runs on dynamic, living vitality. When you seal a cooked meal inside a plastic container and leave it in the cold for 4 days, things change. Evaluating a meal solely by its static macronutrients completely ignores the time-sensitive mechanics of human digestion and how our bodies actually extract energy. Ayurveda, a 5,000-year-old clinical science of human biology, gives us a very different framework. At hour 0, right after picking or cooking fresh food, it exists in a state called sattva, bursting with prana, cellular vitality, and active intelligence. In this fresh state, the meal delivers immediate energy to your cells while demanding almost zero digestive effort. This graph maps the Ayurvedic observation of prana over time. The 24-hour mark is a critical threshold where the food's life force evaporates, leaving only physical matter. A refrigerator stops bacterial rot, but does absolutely nothing to freeze energetic decay. Any pre-cooked meal you eat past that 24-hour window is biologically dead fuel. You are chewing empty calories, stripped of all life force. By hour 72, that food enters a state Ayurveda calls tamasic. It becomes categorized by energetic inertia, physiological heaviness, and decay. We can observe this ancient concept directly under a modern microscope. Look at these geometric shapes representing amino acids. As they sit in the fridge, bacteria break down their chains. They oxidize and mutate into spiky red clusters, concentrated histamines. When you finally microwave that 4-day-old chicken and rice on Thursday, you are dumping a massive, highly concentrated load of those histamines straight into your gut. This triggers an immediate systemic inflammatory response. Your immune system fires up, forcing your body to divert massive amounts of its own baseline energy just to process the dead, inflamed matter. A system constantly forced to process this inflammatory load will inevitably experience the symptoms of a late-week slump: the heavy limbs, the cognitive fog, and the sudden drop in motivation. You can fix this without quitting your job to become a full-time chef. High performers use a protocol called the Sattvic shift to protect their prana with 3 simple rules. Rule 1 is component prepping. Instead of cooking everything on Sunday, wash and chop your raw vegetables and pre-mix your spices. Keeping ingredients raw preserves their prana indefinitely. When you're hungry, it takes exacted 8 minutes to toss them into a pan. Rule 2 is the strict 24-hour limit. If you absolutely must cook ahead, any leftovers that cross the 24-hour threshold go in the compost, not your body. Rule 3 is for when you are eating inside that 24-hour window. Never use a microwave. You must manually revive the meal's digestive fire, or Agni, by reheating it on a stove. Add a splash of fresh water, a squeeze of lemon, or fresh raw spices to inject a microdose of living prana back into the dish. These 3 micro-habits prioritize extracting maximum energy while minimizing your digestive burden. I want you to test this out. For the next 72 hours, take the 3-day prana challenge. Eat absolutely 0 leftovers. No Sunday meal prep, no frozen dinners, and no canned soups. Pay attention to the sudden physical lightness in your stomach after you finish eating. Notice how that predictable Thursday afternoon brain fog completely disappears. Stop treating your human biology like a mechanical calorie-burning engine. It is a living, breathing ecosystem, and it requires vibrant, living fuel to actually thrive.